Yeah, he might be from Winfield, Alabama, but there's a lot of Florida State students cheering him on. There is the full field. And also keep an eye in lane 4, Jalen McConaughey. Addo, he did really well yesterday and was a surprise.
Yeah, he was very close to his personal best in advancing to this semifinal. And we've seen a lot of the college kids just 2 weeks out from the NCAA championships struggle. But he's not one of them. He looked very good yesterday. So the world champion is in 5, Cunningham in 6, McConaughey to Grant Holloway's left in 4.
Just quickly, Sam Brixey is in this. You may remember him. He was DQ'd yesterday. Appealed that decision and was given another berth. Here we go. Grant Holloway, center of your screen, those bright yellow shoes. Away he goes and is in a league of his own yet again. He ran 13:11 yesterday. What does it say today? 12:81. My goodness. That is close.
The wind is legal. If that gets rounded down, it ties the world record. It's officially 12:81, the second fastest time ever run, and Holloway is ready for Tokyo.
Nearly a decade ago, Aries Merritt set the world and American record of 12:80. He got within 100th of a second of that.
And I started to say there's a little bit of a gap between Grant Holloway and everybody else in this field based on what we saw yesterday. He gave you a reminder of that today. Grant Holloway is dead center of your picture, and this was not close, and it was over early. He set the world record indoors this year and said, I have to work on my final 5 hurdles. I guess we can say that his coach, Mike Holloway, has figured out the final 5 hurdles, because if that was 12:81 with nobody around, we are on world record watch this evening.
And Grant knew that that was special. He was looking over at the clock. He eased up yesterday in his heat. There was no easing up right there. And look at how much that means. So top 3 go through to the final, and that's Grant Holloway, Trey Cunningham, and Jamal Britt. Here's Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Wow, Grant, was it your intention to come out here and try and break the world record today?
The goal was just to execute at a very high level. I knew once I did that, the sky was the limit.
And that close, what has to change in the final for you to not to just make your first team,
Nothing.
but maybe crack that 12:80 mark?
Nothing. The goal, continue to stay the same. Just execute at a very high level, calm down a lot, and get ready to go again.
All right, we'll see you in the final. Lee.
Grant has been consistent in saying it's not about the time, it's about me becoming an Olympian. Well, en route to that, he almost just broke the world record. So close, this 23-year-old from Virginia.
And that's his coach, Mike Holloway, no relation, saying, yeah, you got it right.
And you'll see Grant Holloway run in the final of the men's 110-meter hurdles later tonight. What a way to get going. We're up and running, but we're only just getting going. Semi number 2, we're looking for the top 3 to go through to the final. The next 2 best times. That final is later tonight. Here's Daniel Roberts, lane 4.
2 years ago, he beat Grant Holloway at the national championships. Had a stellar career in college. And now he's trying to get on his first Olympic team. He made the world championship team 2 years ago. Didn't get out of the first round when he was disqualified.
Right alongside him, Rio Olympian in lane 5, Devon Allen.
Along with Daniel Roberts, he's the second fastest American in the hurdles this year. He was the only American to make the final in Rio. So the U.S. didn't get a medal in the hurdles at the last Olympics. That had never happened before at an Olympics that the U.S. attended. And you hear the roar from the crowd. He's an Oregon Duck.
And keep going in the lane order. We move ahead to 6. This is 24-year-old Michael Dixon of South Carolina.
He set a personal best yesterday in his heat to get here. And with this heat, and with the wind blowing behind them, everybody's ready to run fast. The first 5 across the line in the last semifinal set personal best, Lee.
All right, who else should you look for? Jamar Marshall is in 1. Freddie Crittenden is in 2. Aaron Mallett is in 7. And Jarrett Eaton in 3.
I expect Roberts and Allen to separate a little bit in this semifinal from everybody else. I don't think they are going to separate that much from each other. Both have run 13:22 this year.
Top three go through to the final. Very good start from Daniel Roberts. Here comes Devin Allen. He's coming back. They're side by side. Daniel Roberts, Devin Allen. Allen's now gone to the front, and Allen wins semi-2 to the delight of the crowd in 13:10.
That's not too far off his personal best. It's confirmed now at 13:10. He set his personal best here at the Olympic trials 5 years ago, 13:03. So that's somebody who is rounding into form just in the right time of the season. And don't think everybody isn't going to be affected by what they saw in the semifinal. But they can't be too concerned about that. You have to focus on what you can do. And Devin Allen and Daniel Roberts did put a little bit of space between themselves and everybody else in this semifinal, as I expected. But Devin Allen was a little bit better over the last two hurdles. As we get a look at that here, that's 9 and 10. You see Roberts, that's 8, 9, and 10. You see Roberts hit hurdle 9. He was hitting a lot of hurdles, but hitting them the right way. Oh, not that one. That was a lead leg hit.
Well, so too, plenty of hurdles hit by Michael Dixon, but Dixon did enough to get that auto qualify through to tonight's final. So, Devin Allen in 13:10 over Daniel Roberts. Michael Dixon, he was pushed all the way by Jared Eaton and Aaron Mallett. It was super tight, but Dixon gets that auto qualify. And as we show you the finalists, I can tell you getting through on time.